everybody. You got a garage guy coming to you this afternoon. I remember many years ago my grandfather gave me some really good advice. He said, Mark, whenever you go into a store and you're looking for something, and it doesn't have to be anything in particular, make sure all the price tags are turned upward so you can see what it costs. You might run across something you didn't expect for a good price. Well, sure enough, 40-some years later, his advice paid off. Yeah, I know what some of you might be thinking. Those of you that seen my videos before, they're going, my God, garage guy and another daggone Taurus. Well, let's just say I got a good feeling about this. Why don't we go on in here at the garage, pop open a cold one. We'll talk about it. Catch you in a minute. Well, I got back here to the house and I checked out everything I'd had on video, and I had accidentally deleted the part of the video where I explained how I went from looking for a Ruger 9E and ending up with a Taurus Millennium G2. Left that part out. That was probably the most important part of the video. But right there's the G2 Taurus. Let's get to it. You're looking right here at a page from budsgunshop.com. You're looking at the Ruger 9E. The price is $319. Now, for the last month and a half, I'd been kind of taking my time deciding on what type of firearm I wanted to buy next. I know I wanted a full-size semi-auto, and I had narrowed my choices down to a Diamondback FS9 and the Ruger 9E, as you see here. Well, after watching all the YouTube videos and doing the research on the online gun forums, I decided I was going to go ahead and order a 9E from Bud's Gun Shop. But I'm one of these kinds of people that, like, if I'm going to buy a firearm, then I have to physically hold it in my hand, physically and visually check it out and look at it, you know, see what it's about. I guess that's a good way to be about, you know, purchasing a firearm, to actually hold it in your hand. Now, I have in the past fired the SR9 before. I know the 9E and the SR9, you know, from the frame down are exactly the same thing, but still yet, I wanted to check it out for myself. I made a few phone calls, and the closest gun shop around that had it was located about 25 miles south of here in a town called Abingdon. Name of the shop was Mahoney's, so I drove down there earlier today, and when I went in, the fellow behind the glass display case was with another customer, so I got to looking around, and I noticed, well, my G2 Millennium laying in the back of the corner. The old tagger on it was turned upside down. Now, I've dealt with Millenniums before in the past, no problems. New G2 models, I liked them, but that wasn't even, you know, on my mind at the moment. But that price tag turned over, I had to see it. So I asked the guy when he got to me, I said, before you show me that 9E, why don't you show me the price on that G2 Millennium right there? Well, he opened up the display case and pulled it out of that back corner, and to my surprise, the look on our faces must have been something else when we saw that $199 price tag. Well, right at that moment, the Ruger 9E just sailed right off my radar. And I had seen the G2 Taurus online before at places like Palmetto State Armory and a couple of other websites from $199, but they'd always been out of stock. So I told the guy that worked there, I said, there's no way I can pass this up. I said, let's do the paperwork. I'm taking this home with me. And the poor old Ruger 9E, I never even laid hands on it. I know I should have stuck around and looked at it while I was there, but hey, you know, I can always order one from Bud's here in a couple of weeks. Alright, but that's how I ended up going from one gun to another one, very suddenly and unexpectedly. Alright, now Bud's Gun Shop, they did have the, well, they do as of today have this in stock, this G2, but it's $249, which is not a bad price. I gave out the door $213 and some change for my G2, and that's not an online price. I found it right there in the store. So that's the part of the video where I tell you how I went from one gun to another, okay? My granddaddy, he gave me that advice, never leave a price tag turned over. My granddaddy was a smart man. Let's get on to the rest of the video here. Okay, let's see if we can get a close-up of this price tag right here. We're talking $199.99. I don't think my camera will focus enough on that, but also notice that the firearm has been safety checked, okay? No magazine, nothing in the chamber. We can get this video started now. Okay, this was the last one they had. As a matter of fact, this was the display model. But for a display model, there's no nicks or dings or marks or scratches on it. It's in really nice shape. Just looks really nice. Let's see what it comes with here right quick. We all know what this comes with. There's a million videos of this gun here on the tube, but why not? Let's make it 1,000,001, okay? Here's the little, almost like a felt filling cloth bag you can carry the gun in. Here's the paperwork. You want to fill out the warranty card and send it in. In comes a little tool. It's like 2 little keys in there. One's for sights, one's for locking the gun up. Yeah, we got 2 of them. And what we got here, we got a magazine pouch, the extra 12 round magazine, no problem. Okay people, here's a pretty decent holster, and it's one I've had for about 3 years. It's a Black Hawk size 8. It'll carry a Glock 19, 26, 23, 27, and the Taurus Millennium line of firearms. And the G2 line right here, should carry it with no problems. Put a magazine in. Let's see, how are we here? Yeah, no problem. Snaps right on. Now you could maybe get one size smaller. It is not as the snuggest thing, but with this strap, it's definitely doable. You can use it. I have for the last couple of years. Now this right here is an Uncle Mike's size 12 inside the waistband holster. Not the greatest thing ever made, but it will do in a pinch. This fits, but maybe get you a size bigger, because you see right here at the trigger guard. Well, it goes in now. It works. It's doable. But in the end, I'm going to get a Don Hume. Good leather inside the waistband holster. Don Hume makes some good holsters at pretty good prices. What do you say we take a look at the trigger here? As you can see, you got your Glock style trigger right there. You pull back on the other part of the trigger, it ain't gonna go off. Now you got your manual safety here, up for on, down for off, and you do have to give it a little bit of a good effort, because this safety is not going to go on or off by itself, okay? Only intentionally. Alright, double single action. Let's go ahead and, alright, pull the trigger. Not too bad. I'd say maybe you're going pretty light there. Maybe 6 pounds. Let's do a reset. Right there. Taurus got some good resets on these G2s. The sights, you got the 3-dot sights, and these are somewhat lower than the first generation Millenniums. I hated those hiney sights that come on the older ones. I hated those damn things. Let's see, your grip right here, that is not going to come out of your hand, okay? That's stapled enough right there. You get a good grip. You're going to keep a good grip. And that's just barely undercut right here a little bit on that trigger guard. Just barely. They could have undercut it just a little more, but that's good and comfortable right there. And the way you got these ends on these magazines, these pinky tips or whatever, very comfortable. And when you are concealed carrying, they don't print all that much. This is a good sized concealed carry firearm. Alright people, one thing a lot of Taurus customers have been complaining about is, well, magazine rattle. But that's mostly been on the full size or compact size models. Like the 809, or let's say the 800 series, or the 24/7 series. I don't hear nothing rattling. Hear nothing there either. Nothing. Nothing. No rattle, rattle, rattle. Good to go. We're going to go ahead and take a few shots now. Okay, if y'all remember, the Taurus Millennium Pro line of pistols did come in the plastic carrying case. And I do know that the PT145s had the ammo load assist tool. I do know that the PT111s didn't. But now, the G2 Millennium comes in a cardboard box. That's fine. That's no big deal. I guess that's just a way of cutting costs and saving some money. As a matter of fact, this carrying case right here, I got it about 5-6 years ago. Paid about $7 for it. Right there's my upper little loader. Good to go. I will admit, loading each magazine using my Uplula assist loading tool, it was a breeze. Rounds 11 and 12 in each magazine was a little stiff, but you got to expect that for a new magazine. But other than that, these magazines, loading it with the Uplula, that was easier than my neighbor's girlfriend. Alright, I got my steel hanging out here about 25 foot. We're going to take the very first shots with the Taurus G2 Millennium. Pulled the trigger 12 times, the gun goes bang 12 times. I'm using a different mixture of ammo. It's all brass. There's some Blazer brass, there's Winchester white box, there's Tula brass, and what do you call that? Perfecta. There's a few rounds of that mixed in there too. Let's get another magazine and see what she'll do. Alright, I'm going to put the, be aiming at the head on the first 6 shots, and then I'm going to be aiming mid-chest the second 6 rounds. I'm going to be standing about 6 to 7 yards back. Well, guess what? I'm not going to complain that hardly at all. I haven't got a thing in the world to complain about. Well, I've just got done putting 150 rounds of 115 grain ball ammo through this without one single hiccup. Everything fired smooth, flawlessly. This thing functioned as it needed to. The trigger on here, not really stiff. This is a really excellent trigger. The recoil and muzzle flip was non-existent. Why? Well, like I said, 115 grain target rounds. Now this firearm, as far as I know, is not rated for plus P, but you can use 124 grain ammo with it. But then again, I wouldn't want to get hit with the target rounds. You know, to each their own. Target round can put a hurting on you as much as those plus P hollow points. You don't believe me? Stand in front of somebody that's got one. Take one in the kneecap. The brass to the face, the brass all ejected out to a good distance. No problem with that. The accuracy, I find it acceptable. I hit what I was aiming at. May not have been an exact bullseye, but I liked it. This is one good looking gun. Yep. Prettiest girl may not always give a man the best sex, but this little gal, she can sure make the bed covers shake. Well, this is Mark, Garage Guy 879. I'm going to get up to the house. About time to get some dinner. When you go shooting, be safe.